Welcome, everybody. There we go. Welcome to Sunday Evening with Roxanne. I am your host, Roxanne, here at Odyssey of Ascension, and where we talk about the ideas of ascension, understanding human consciousness, a relationship of consciousness to yourself, relationship to reality, how it all plays out. And it is an exploratory idea. A problem with humanity is humanity likes finites. Humanity loves to have a particular, known as a fact, something that can be beset and is permanency stone and never to be moved, that you can rely on and lean against and always fall back on a solid truth. Because change scares the shit out of humanity, and they want it if it looks good. If it doesn't look good, they don't want it. And that's a perception based on their own reality. So they have truly no idea, which is just fantastic. Hello, Nay. Hello, Jennifer. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Lucia. Hi, baby. Welcome. Lucia made it too. Excellent. So, we always look for these permanencies in our reality. Humanity loves to have their certainties, their finite. But the one thing that you came here to do is to experience creation as the change of you, as the understanding of you. Now, I'm going to, coupled with the idea of last week, the enabler, I think it was last week I did that, kind of the idea of the enabler, is when you make those same choices. If you have a mind that is divided, which your mind is divided as the nature of the human experience, we birth into a world and we view reality from solid truths that we covet when we're children. So everyone has argued for a truth. Hello, Eric. Good evening from New York City. Hello, Eric, up there in New York. So we have these solid truths that you argue for, you defend. Your religion. You're born as a religion, you argue against it sometime. You felt very solid and very truthful in this idea. So you have a perception, you have a truth. And in truth provides choice. And the choices with a divided mind is between what the perception of the individual deems as the best choice. Never the best choice. It is the only choice that the truth of the eye of the beholder has chosen as the best choice. But there is no best choice. There is only choice. There is never a best choice because, look, if you make a choice over here and then over here, you birth yourself, and that new self looks at this self as a mistake. That was wrong. That's regret. Consequence that your ego, through the validation of others, sometimes reinforcing you fucked up. And then you going, golly, I messed up. Oh my gosh, I have to fix this. So you've accepted that as a truth of a choice that give you consequences. So your choice has led to a bad world. Okay, so you ever sit there thinking, what's the best choice for me? And you weighed the two measurements, but you weren't smart enough. You weren't smart enough. Hello, Kevin. Until tonight, to realize that you have a third choice. Okay? Everyone has a third choice. I want to talk about the third choice tonight. I want you to understand this. And a lot of you out there know these things. You know them. You have advanced yourself enough of self-discovery to understand the third choice, the one that lies outside of the conclusionary mind of the division. Here's the positive and the negative. And sometimes it's not that negative, and sometimes it's not that positive, but you always measure it because we live in a divided mind. We have two sides. We are literally separate from ourselves. We create a self that is not itself as a God. It is a conglomeration of personalities that have coveted when it was raising itself through this idea of humanity, right? And then it, from its own perception, you from your own perception, goes right and wrong, good or bad, this is that, and that and this. And guess what? You've had other people that have different opinions. Holy shit, how is that possible? Why isn't the world all the fucking same. That's what some people are trying to make them. What do? We kill them. Just wipe them out. Yeah. And you know what's the fucking greatest part of all that? After we kill everyone that doesn't look like us, and doesn't think like us, and then we're going to be divided still. And I've said this before, it's the greatest thing. It's the greatest gag you've pulled on yourself. You keep killing, you're going to find ways to divide your partners. To find ways to divide against the group that you coveted as the right idea. Maybe it's the Christians. Maybe it's whitey-tidy. Maybe it's the Muslims. Maybe it's the Jews. Maybe it's the Native Americans that need to fight. Maybe it's the Chinese that are the superior ideas. Maybe it's Gunga Din. Maybe he's going to come back. Is that his name, Gunga Din? I don't know. Anyways, maybe he's going to make a resurrection and come back and show the world that it is. Or maybe Russia will say, no, we're all right. But then they'll turn on each other. Because the mind is divided, masters. And the mind must exist with division. Don't be such a fool to yourself to not see that. The awakener that vibrates in an attractive reality that sits before my teachings has enough insight and understanding to realize in their own kingdom that they are divided. The world has never been divided. The world is never the problem. The world is unconditional, living its own understanding of itself, creation, discovery. That's not your business. The third choice will take you to that version of reality if you are aware and if you are a master of yourself. This is a laboratory. It's a schoolroom. It's an exploration of consciousness to understand the possibilities of creation. The third choice is a different part of you. All of you, every one of you, always, ever shall have access to the consciousness that you are as the original creator you were deemed to be in existence. That does never go away. You're never severed from yourself. The amount of access you have is depending on your work of self-exploration. How much of the division are you willing to deconstruct in your world to allow epiphanetic vibrational ideas to fall upon you, to epiphanize you, to make you aha and understand the evolution of self? The consciousness, the reality focus is not in the matters of externalism, the outside, the things that human find mattering, the ideas of tradition, the ideas of societal norms, and the standards of behavior that you should do. Hey, listen, folks, I got an idea. By nature, nobody is a not fucking numbnuts. No one is an asshole. No one is a criminal. You have your ones that are born a little bit wickety-whack. I'll give you those. But as a mass majority, with all the people that we have in the fucking prison system, with all the people that we have given them no opportunity to grow from themselves, and then create a world of lack and separation, so institutions of separation can be fortified through fear. And you sit here and look at that monster of an institution and you think you're going to tackle it with your protests. The oil business is $1 trillion. $1 trillion a fucking day. And you're trying to tear down that thing. We'll go to lithium batteries. I'm wondering, how do you dig the lithium batteries? You got little kids. You make them into slaves. You get your batteries, and then guess what? You have a truck. On the truck, it runs on gas and oil, and the windmills and the steel that was built to run the windmills is built in a factory that transported it with an engine that's run on oil. And the clothes and the makeup and my glasses and my computer all have oil. We are dependent on oil. This is not something to fight. If the oil companies knew that windmills were going to make money, you think they would have sunk all their money into it, but they're not, because it's not a moneymaker. It's not the next thing. We haven't discovered it yet. So instead of externalizing you with the problem of the world, the institution, and all the people that they take with lack, and say, oh, this people don't deserve this kind of money because they're nasty, because they're this, because of that. Let's divide. And you go, yeah, they're bad. Let's divide. Oh, yeah, they're all criminals because their skin's this color. Let's divide. Yes, let's keep dividing and get the same world. Look around, folks. Your business affairs are not external. They're internal. That's where you need to start focusing. Get out of the habit of externalizing your values, of reinforcing the enabling divided self with mere choice, not the choice of the best or the worst case scenario, not the choice of better, best, or mediocrity, not the choice of what I think is best, or what Google thinks is best, or what my family think is best for me. Not those choices. That's choice of division. That's humanity. That's enabling. That's a life that you do not need to lead. The third choice is the internal. It's the internal journey, masters. You are a conscious, eternal creator, focusing through a human incarnation on a world that is divided. You have woken up to yourselves, woken up to the realization that you are separated by the incarnation itself, and you recognize the divided energies through emotional content, relationship through your emotions, your fears, your hopes, your obligations, your dedications, your betrayals, your sloth, your pride, your prejudice, your hopes, your needs, your desires. It's all there. It's all there. Your successes and failures, the relationships. And this is the way the mind is divided. It is everything you've been until you saw something else. You saw something else. What did you see? What, masters? What did you see? Oh, I know. You saw your own light. You saw your existence as worthy. You saw that you have a choice that does not need to divide you any longer. That's the third choice, masters. It's the choice to explore the self within. It's the choice to understand the self within. We see people, and they have been given the opportunity to be poor, and they're very good at being poor. We have enough food, we have enough land, we have enough wood, we have enough nails to house and feed everybody in the world. But we will not do that because we are divided. And we cannot protest for the next 5,000 years because it hasn't worked in the last 250,000 years, however long we've been going at this, depending on what timeline the Egyptologists choose to say this week, whatever it is, the historians. It hasn't worked because that enabling will only attract the counterance to that truth as a potential. And then you avoid it and you change it instead of understanding that choice itself that is divided between the polarities is and ever shall be a choice itself. That's the third choice. I don't have to choose polarity. I can choose the internal. I love exploring me. I love exploring me. The greatest thing is about it is you discover so many things about it. And a lot of the times when you discover things about yourself, you get, or at least me, embarrassed. Because I did some embarrassing things, silly things. Nothing crazy like it would be deemed off the hook, to where it would even slant against the nature of things. Like the nature of things. We don't kill for the nature of things. We don't lie as the nature of ourselves. We are unconditional love. We are a unity. We are explorations. And we just happen to do the same thing down here. And our love and our understanding of creation is so great, so masterful, that we can create a world of division and have the atrocities that humanity has explored and continues to explore as a way to understand itself. That's how good we are. That's what masters we truly are. So those embarrassing things, when I start to discover myself, I laugh now. Before I embarrassed and I was guilty and I was, oh man, why did I do that? I shouldn't have done that. That was a stupid thing to do, you know? And I judge myself, what does that do? Anybody? Right, exactly. It enables the polarity. Because if I'm using my ego to judge myself, then I'm enabling my divided mind, because my ego is my personality. The observer, the awakener, is my persona. And I'm developing my persona by discovering my personality, by observing, by sitting and observing more than any human on earth should be able to do, but yet I can do it. Why? Because I stopped calling myself lazy, unproductive, and no purpose. My whole idea of self-discovery happens in my mind. And by the way, don't let this get out, but the whole fucking thing is happening in your mind already. Anyway, it's all here. We've already proved it with quantum physics, which no one wants to pay attention to, because bullets are real, car crashes are real, love with another person is real, a good dinner is real, a funny movie is real. You know why they're real? Because we're creators of reality. That's how good we are. We can create a physical reality that's so real that the human is fooled into knowing that this is an actual solid Earth moving through space at 70,000 kilometers, whatever it is, and we're just wrapped up in its wake, spinning around the sun. How exciting is that? You know, that's fantastic. But that's a created reality from the masters that focus on it. You, me, and everybody else. So that's really wonderful insight. And when you start to approach life from an internal journey, like I'm here to investigate and understand the human. Do I really need to worry about how much money is in my bank account and how I'm afraid to spend my money? But I want to go and have fun and a good time, but I can't because my money. And if I spend it and I don't have money in the future, then I won't be able to do that. I have to pay my bills. And oh my God, I'm just too afraid. I can't do it because I'm not worthy. I am dependent. I need to say, Almighty God, please, God, my money, God, I love you. I will not abuse you, my money, God. I'm going to kneel to you, pray to you, money. You addicted fuck. See how ludicrous it is? Money is a cup of water. Money is manifested. You're a god, but you don't treat yourself like a god. You treat yourself as a less than. You, the ego. You haven't investigated why you treat yourself as less than, have you? Why you say you're not worth what you love. Why you talk yourself out on a daily basis. The third choice, you choose the polarity because it's easier, because it gives a sense of safety and security and fact and calm and serenity. But God forbid you go out and discover the unknown, which doesn't have what you call what do you call it? Something to lean on, huh? It doesn't have something stable, right? It doesn't have something solid. It doesn't have something to fall back on. It's not real because it's changing. It's unknown. And they scared you. And they scared you with propaganda. And they scared you. The outside world is reinforcing what you put out. Duh. You. So look at yourself, masters, and observe the idea of what the divided mind offers as a potential reality on a daily basis. And if you energize that with a mere focus, do not forget your Abraham. Energy follows awareness. Energy. All the energy of God right behind these wonderful eyes in this pool of this let's see, the most powerful nuclear reactor that you can ever imagine is your will birthing inside of you. And as soon as you, hi Julie, hi Wendy, as soon as you focus, here comes the energy, and you're going to put it right into a divided idea or to a polarized truth, to the divided mind, and you energize that personality, and that personality grows, and it says, I am separated. I am better. I am this. I am that. I am all of these things. Please give me my resume. Please give me my accolades. I'm not enough to stand on my own, because I need the personality to define me. Hello, Easy Does It. maybe Easy Does It pops in and goes, hey, Roxy, Easy Does It. Maybe I'm going at it, huh? But see, the God, think about it. Even if you don't understand what God is, you have an idea of what you think God is. You think gods would be afraid? You think gods would fear? You think gods would worry? Gods are their own individual universes, a single point of consciousness that is creating all other points of consciousness. Without all of them, you get no reflection. You get no air, no trees, no clouds, no gravity, no dirt, no cars, no automobiles, no more ideas to bounce off and reflect if there's only you. You're the only one with the truth in your universe, but your universe is made up of all. One and all in this tiny little bubble that's all going on inside your head as a point of view. How fantastic that is to explore that. Hey, look, when the ones exploring on Earth are mathematics, or they're exploring the intricacies of the piano and music and understanding music theory and science and philosophy and those ideas, hey, man, great. Where's your greatness? Does it lie in degrees and great jobs with great salaries? Does it lie in a role of a great mother raising great children? Is that the limitation of you, to be predicated as an idea that your ego accepts as the truth that you fortify and reinforce by the daily action? Or can you tear down anything the ego says and discover what lies within as an opportunity here as a separated God to remember itself and ascend this plane as a master of yourself? You've all pro-tuned yourself to this. And every day you reinforce one or the other, the divided or the whole. The divided always has a polarized truth. It's very easy to see. The whole of you is a slipstream. It's this beautiful idea of no effort. The ego gets mad. The ego gets upset. The ego divides. The ego has emotions. It stirs you up. It gets you mad. It gets you hopeful. It gets you disgusted. It gets you these different ways, and you can feel them and observe them. You can watch them and understand them and allow them to stir within your veins and have that experience vibration grow within you. And you smell it and you taste it and you own and you rock this belief system, this understanding of reality in the bosom of your own grace. And you hold it and you learn. Not from a book, not from a test. You learn from your own experience of existence in the moment. But Master, you must observe the now. You must become the observer and the intellectual approach to reality of effortless and allow all these things to start epiphanize. You need the virtues of transcendence. And one of the main ones, Masters, is patience. Slow down to speed up. Easy Does It in the chat says, I get it, Rocky. Tell us like it is. It's hard to hear sometimes. I love it all the same. It is hard to hear sometimes. because the journey of separation is painful. Look at all the pain you live in every single day, and the way you soothe them with escapisms, with addictions, with the ideas of a positive reinforced potential future that eases the idea of the pain. All you have to do to erase everything about humanity inside of you and have a brand new relationship with the world you live in today is to discover the unknown that lies within. Hello, Peter. Thank you, darling. Discover that unknown God. If you keep focusing on what's wrong, you're going to get what's wrong, and you keep focusing on it. You've got to let go of things. Let go of things. You don't need them as a way to feel alive, because when you feel alive, you validate yourself. You're alive without these things. You've just never felt it, and it doesn't feel good. It doesn't really feel like anything. You're like, I'm here, but there's no emotion about me being here, so it's really not that fun. I should feel happy. I want to feel happy. We live in unconditional love, a state of joy that is unfathomable to the human. The greatest joy you can feel upon earth that is not dependent on an outside joyous occasion, but a discovery from the inside of that joy is only merely scratching the surface of the joy as we are by nature. By nature, masters. It is, Haim. Thank you. It's what we are by nature. And I still have shit. I still work on it today. I've worked diligently hard on this. This part of my ascension from 2013 to 2015, 16, I was still working out my channeling and understanding relationship and seeing where my ideas are going, to starting these classes and starting to see it within myself and understanding it. Now I know it's about one thing and one thing only: remembering me. And the only way I can do that is stop enabling who I'm not. I'm not the personality. I am not my beliefs. I am not my emotions. I am not these things as my truth. They are the truth to the God that forgot and only had what's available around it. Easy does it with the $20 super chat. You are amazing. Thank you, Easy. And you are amazing as well. Thank you so much, darling. Think about it, guys. Look, I love you all. I can't fix it for you. No one's coming to the rescue. You're not in peril. You may have a shitty life. It might hurt for the rest of the time you're on the planet, but you're going to get to a point to where you pass and realize you're not the body. You're going to go home, and it's going to be a joyous occasion. It's going to be a beautiful time. You're going to wake up and realize you're an eternal being, and you're going to go, wow, what a hell of a ride that was. Holy shit. And then you're going to maybe want to choose and do it again. Come back as another incarnation. Pick a different probability. Born over here now, born over here now. This race or this idea or this economic class. Let's see what else I can discover about humanity. Because it's a wonderful playground. But think about it. What happens if you invested yourself into understanding humanity now? Okay? Now. I think I was 46 when I started this journey. Well, maybe 47. I don't know. I just turned 58 the other day. And it's wonderful. I have plenty of time left to understand. Start now, the self-discovery. The recognition is the key. You must observe within yourself with humility, allowance, surrender, and ownership to the ideas of recognizing your own belief systems that structure the division and enable you to be divided against your own brethren. If you can start to see that, then you can do this work. And if you choose this work, it is going to be so exquisitely painful and joyful at the same time. And you're going to go through a myriad of emotions from the highest to the lowest in a moment's notice. But you are going to remain, and you're going to understand yourself as you evolve. And you're going to get it. It's going to click, and you're going to go, oh my God, I'm God. This isn't made up. This isn't a fantasy. This isn't the next thing to be erased with the next fad that comes out. This is an idea of reality that can be understood because I am the choice of that, and my will creates my world, and I am God. I am creator. I am worthy of my own choice. So I think you should do that work. Okay? If you want to understand this work through my classes, the next classes start next month, January 7th, I think. It's a Tuesday. Keep that in mind if you want to dive into the work. It is exquisite work, and you're worth every self-discovered moment of that. You're worth it because you will find out you're worth your own existence without anything else validating it, not even your own ego, because you return to I am, and that erases all the pain. Okay? So please make the third choice. Jennifer in the chat says, invest in your own worthiness. Absolutely. So understand the third choice is self-discovery. The two choices they leave you is polarized. Don't choose any of those. Choose the idea of self-discovery, what lies within. It's a relationship. You can still choose what someone would call the right move and the wrong move, but within your kingdom, your relation said, it is the truth of me. It is not the divided of me. It is the unknown self, the intuitive self, the one that just feels right without prompt and circumstance. It feels right because it is the slipstream of awareness, my existence, and the truth that lies within. That's your beacon of light. That's your compass. That's where you point your ship and sail yourself back into safe harbor in your own kingdom once again. Okay, masters? I love you all so much. You're worth the idea. Check the website and the classes out, the link below. And as of easy donates, you can always donate with a super chance or a super chat or on my website down there. The link is there for on my website too. It's a PayPal donation idea. All right, guys. Invest in yourself this week. We'll see you next week with some more ideas of expanding yourself, your worthiness, your awareness of all that is. And as Jennifer says, once again, you invest in your own worthiness. I love you all. Thanks all for tuning in. Have a great night, everyone. Thanks again. Thanks, Peter. Thanks, Haim. Thanks, Nay. I love you too. Bye, Smitty. Bye, Julie. Take care, Nene. Bye, Lucia. Bye, Eric. Bye, Kev. Love you all. Bye. Take care, easy. Bye, hon.